Well, nice to see you all back. So we'll just wait for the rest of the drivers to ready up, and off we go sometime soon. So hopefully it'll be a good race like it was in Bahrain, and all the drivers are readying up, and we'll be going off soon. Yep, that's your indicator that we're going off soon, and Fearback Gaming has gone because he chose the wrong car. So anyways, we'll wait for people to join in the stream. Hello everybody for watching. Hope you are doing well. SRL, I think they're in a Discord or something, I don't know. I can't remember if there's a Discord for this league. I think there is. I've been in it before, but I can't remember. We're going off into the session anyways for round 4. Be aware, I will be eating my dinner at the same time, commentating too. Unfortunately, well, there'll be what's it called? The Chinese GP won't be here. Well, it'll be postponed, but we don't know when it'll be back. I'd reckon it'll be cancelled the rest of the season, depending on when this coronavirus will disappear. So the Chinese GP will be postponed until further notice. Same could possibly with Vietnamese. The Bahrain GP won't allow spectators. Hello Nova, mate. Hello again, Stormzy. They won't allow spectators at the Bahrain GP, but the race is still underway, thankfully. Bahrain's a really good track for racing. Chinese, well, it could depend. Well, 2019 was a shocking year. And look, it's wrecked in the here, so we'll find out how the drivers will do for later on in this qualifying session. And these intermediate tyres as well. So not fully wet conditions, but just light standing water for these intermediates to handle with. 2018 was a good year for racing. We saw the safety car come out because of the two Toro Rossos, Brendan Hartley and Pierre Gasly crash. Of course, the safety car because of the debut on the track. And let me turn my game volume down a bit because it is quite loud. Like I said, Pierre Gasly and Brendan Hartley made a collision down at the hairpin. And of course, the safety car. Then Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen opted to go with the pit lane, change their tyres onto a brand new set of mediums, the yellow marked when it was called mediums back then. No, it wasn't. It was the soft, sorry. Yeah, it's the soft tyres, the medium stripe wall for 2018. Ricciardo went to win the race. Verstappen spun Vettel around. 2016 was a definitely good year for racing in the Chinese GP. Loads and loads of overtakes happened at that race. Rosberg dominated that race ahead of Daniel Ricciardo, who had a puncher. I think Danny Fiat finished second ahead of Sebastian Vettel. Daniel Ricciardo finished 4th despite that punch he had on lap 3. The super softs get a punch that allowed Rosberg to overtake. 2016 was an amazing year for racing. The two Ferraris carded. Danny Fiat was nicknamed the torpedo around this track after what he did going down the inside of two Ferraris, which I didn't see nothing wrong with that, but Vettel overreacted. He hit his teammate Raikkonen. Then Felipe Nasser hit Lewis Hamilton, not by accident of course, avoided the Ferrari. Hamilton had to change his front wing. So it was an amazing race in 2016. 2010 was a good race as well. Rosberg was leading the majority of the race, but Button and Hamilton beat him. Their pace was much better in the wet than Rosberg's. 2012, yeah, we saw who was it? It was Fernando Alonso who won that race, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was Fernando Alonso who won that race back in 2012. It was Nico Rosberg, how could I forget? It was Rosberg who won the race, ahead of Hamilton and Button of the two Red Bulls. Kimi Raikkonen dropped like a stone as YouTube Novas left the session. Dropped like a stone in those old medium tyres, didn't pay off him at all. What's it raining in 2014 at the Chinese GP as well, in qualifying? 2016 it was raining, but it wasn't too much, standing water on the track. Anyways, back onto the qualifying session. You can see some drivers disappearing off the track. Who's on their flying lap? I think Mikuzuki is on his flying lap with his teammate Echo. We're going to with Echo. There he is, coming down to the first sector then. Tricky, difficult braking conditions, especially in the wet. Onto the power early. As soon as this corner ends, you start turning in. There it is, the curve runs out, you start turning in. Usually try to take it flat out in the dry, but not in the wet. Be very, very careful through turn 7 and 8. Coming into turn 9. Try not light up the rears into turn 9 and 10. Try and be careful on the throttle as much as you can to avoid that wheel spin on the exit as we come down into turn 10. I think it is turn 10 anyway. Turn 9 actually. No, turn 11. Purple middle sets for Mikazuki. No, this is Echo, sorry. I was on board with Mikazuki. Onto this long straight. I expect many overtakes happening here because of the DRS range as well. Heavy braking zones, well, before the 100 meter board. Usually the 100 meter board, but because it's the wet, longer stopping distances, tricky braking zones. Coming around for the final corner, I managed to try and keep off that curb, especially doing the wheel spin on the curb, which is not beneficial for your lap. Anyways, he comes across the line, so 45.2. That's the first driver that set over last time. We've gone on board with genetic, sorry. It kicked you out. Have you got more than one invite? I think you joined in, didn't you? You joined back in. J Marsh in second place is 202.4, so probably struggling on that lap. There's Genetic being very careful on the throttle, trying to avoid that wheel spin as much as he can. As he rounds the final corner, still off that curb, where he got out wide on the curb. Let's see where he can go. It's going to be a 46.0, so 8 tenths off Echo. Jonas goes up into third place to the Mercedes. Bradley's finished in he's in fourth place. Young Lights, let's see where he can go as he comes through turn 7 and 8. Experimented his way through the throttle. Very difficult here. Don't want to get the power too early, but it's ideal for those drivers to get the throttle, half throttle, not full throttle for those corners. Turn 9 and 10. Want to kiss both apexes, which he does in turn 11 through turn 12. Be careful of the right-hander. Do not try and drift out too much of the right-hander to minimise that time as much as possible. Onto this back straight then. Hopefully it's dry through the race. We can have some good action. Carbine Cons is not setting a lap time because he's got a qualifying ban, so I don't expect him to see out there, which he's not. Respecting the rules. Bring it down to first at the heavy braking zone, turn 14 to get the extra rotation of the car. As now we're coming through turn 16 to end the final corner. Try and keep off that curve as much as possible. And where could he go? Oh, he's got a second place. Joint times with Echo, a 45.2. As Genetic has invalidated his lap time, as you can see on the screen. Jim Straff, not really seen in this league, but welcome anyways, as he's got his teammate, which I can't pronounce his name, as his Racing Point teammates in 7th place. Mikazuki then on another hour lap, as he probably invalidated that lap or made a mistake somewhere on the track. His teammate Echo currently in pole position. I think he's going for apologies for that. I think he's going for another lap, which he is. Ending the first sector down into turn number 6. And there's yellow flags down on the straight. Hopefully no one spun there. It's Raj Bellinger getting out of the way. Go on board with the Racing Point as he's closer to the line, as Toro Rosso just crossed the line to probably start his flying lap. He's using traction controls, so we have no worries having wheel spin on the X6. As we're coming through turn 16 then, where can this Racing Point track? Oh, we're coming to the pits, never mind then. What about the Red Bull? Is that Raj? He's coming into the pits as well. The Alfa Romeo YouTube nope, he's in the pits. So the Alfa Romeo out there, which is do not do with time, has invalidated his lap time, so he will not take part. And he's coming back into the pits. Jonas has gone quickest through the first sector apparently, so we'll keep an eye on him. And who was the driver I'm going to keep an eye on? Mikazuki. He's on his out lap, so no need to look at him because Echo's on his flying lap. And there's a Haas who sat on the racing line. Don't know who it is. You know what? I don't probably think that was a really good idea, especially in these conditions. Not really seeing the driver ahead of him. That was Young Lights, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Just sat on the racing line. As we come through the bound, oh, he's coming to the pits there, never mind. J Marsh is out there, but what about Jonas? Like I said, he was going quicker through the first sector. Don't know what his second sector is like, but we'll keep an eye on how this last sector goes for him as he comes down on the long, big straight. As there's yellow flags near the pit lane, hopefully no one's crashed there. Toro Rosso behind him, is that Bradley going for a lap as well? Yeah, it is. Let's come down into turn 14, be very careful on the throttle. He's using medium traction control, so he doesn't have to worry about it. Come through the final corner. And where can the Mercedes put his car? It'll be a 45.5, kind of second quicker than his personal best, so good lap time from him. J Marsh is on another lap in the Ferrari, and his Ferrari teammate is coming out of the pits right now in is Genetic on the inside, so hopefully it'll be a good race as well. Bradley's gone very wide through the pit entry. Who else is out there? Let's see. We'll go on board with J Morrison for the remainder of this lap as he comes through turn number 7 and turn 8. Being very careful on the throttle. Try not to light up the rears. He's going to spin. He's going to spin, and he spun. The rears couldn't handle it. The amount of input he was putting in on that throttle. But plenty of time, so no need to worry, but he'll learn from his mistakes. His teammate Jones is coming through the same corner, but he's on an outlap. Do not do a time then. He's in 6th place on an outlap. It looks, I don't know if it's going to start raining or not. I can't really judge from these conditions. So, who's on their lap then? Jonas has completed it. So has J Mosh has just bottled it. Young lights up into 2nd place. Oh yeah, of course he was. He was there earlier. So the drivers are out there. Mikizuki's got up to 7th place for his first representative lap time. The drivers are out there, mostly on their outlaps, and the Red Bull is causing a yellow flag, but he's on his outlap. Don't know which one it was. George and Raj are both on their flying lap, or out of the track, should I say? I think the Red Bull's about to start his flying lap, and there's something going on here. I think they should get out of the way because someone's in their flying lap, as there's a big pilot coming on. Go on board with the Red Bull. Where is he? There he is, George. Coming down into turn 6 then, let's see where he brakes. Probably before the 100-meter board, he brakes on it. Goes slightly wide on the apex. As we come through now to turn podium on my debut. Try it, mate. You can try it. Where are you? Up into 1st place. It's very possible. You've got good pace on you. Let's see if you can keep it up. And can you tell me if it's going to be a dry race? So I'd have to sit here and wait or hope about it. The racing points are coming across the line to start his flying lap. That's probably Jim because it says the other racing points on his outlap. The Mercedes coming back to the pits. That's Jonas, and the Haas coming back to the pits as well. Coming round through the long right-hander is turn 13 for George. Let's see where he can put his car. I didn't really judge his first or second set of tyres. I didn't really see it. Please tell me it's going to be a dry or wet race. Just brakes before the 100-meter board. Kisses the apex onto turn 14. Coming through turn 15 as well. The final corner is coming. Turn 16. And where is he going to put his car? Up into 10th place for George. Teammate Reg, looks like he's struggling through the corners. There it is. Young Lights on a lap, he's gone a 10th quickest, says, did it? Anyways, Genetics on his flying lap, but he's got a car ahead of him, and that's do not do with time. And I think do not do with times on a lap as well, but he's getting a lovely slipstream to Genetic. As they both enter turn 14 and 15 together. Genetic sliding, whoa, he's got a wheel spin on the exit of turn 14 and 15 as Nova's left the session again. So where do not do time will put himself on provisional pole position as Genetic goes up into 5th place. Where are the rest of the drivers? Raj Bellender comes across the line to improve his lap time, but can't improve it enough to go up a position. So do not do it time is on pole position. The Canadian driver in 1st place. Good lap time from him. What can Young Lights do then? Let's see what he can do on this final part of the track. As he comes into the pits, Jonas is coming on his outlap. And nobody's telling me it's going to be dry or not. Bradley's out there as well. Just looking for a guy that's on his flying lap. I think Gianetti's gone for another one. He's improved by 2/10 in the first sector. 2/10 again in the middle sector. Got to be very careful on the throttle. You can see the back end wants to step out of the metal throttle input he's putting on the car. This could be very difficult, especially around here. Now he's onto the back straight. There's a car ahead of him. That's his teammate. He'll probably give him a slipstream. He's prepared to start his lap as well. There's 4 minutes left in the session as he gets nicely out of the way for his teammates to come down as the heavy braking zone. It's turn 14. Got to be very careful on the exit. You can hear the wheels spinning out the car and come through turn 16. He misses the final corner, goes out wide, but where will it put him? He goes up into second place. Good lap time from him. He's what? A few hundred slower than Do Not Do It time. His teammate behind him is going to go on the lap. And what about the cars behind him as well? Jim's driver is out there as well. He's on a flying lap. But what about Bradley? He's holding him up. Well, he's on a flying lap as well. That's his lap time ruined. Probably getting too close to each other on their flying lap. Yeah, ruined. That lap was absolutely ruined for him. Echo's on his out lap. Jonas is on his flying lap, so go on board with him as he comes down, turns to the 50-meter boards. Let the engine do the braking for part 2 of this corner, turn 2 as we head down to turn 3. Into turn 4. He's running medium traction control as you can tell. Coming down into the turn 6. YouTube Nova's finally rejoined through the session. Meanwhile, the two Ferrari teammates will probably give a slipstream to each other because they're coming through turn 13 now. Genetic, he had a slipstream of his teammate, now it's the other way around. As they both come onto the back straight, so keep an eye on those two. In fact, I'll go to those two. There they are. Apparently Josh gone quicker through the second sector as his teammate gets out of the way for him. Missed the apex through the turn 14 and 15. Don't know how much lap time that him cost, but as we come through turn 16, where can he place his car? 5th place for Josh, ahead of Mercedes, who's on his lap time. In fact, I think he's backed out. Mikazuki in 7th place currently with a 46.4. Young Lights and Do Not Do It time are on their outlap, so we'll keep an eye on them as well as they both come out of the pits together. And there's yellow flag to sector 3, but I don't know whereabouts in sector 3. As we come to turn 16, then where can Mikazuki place his car? Can he improve his personal best lap time? I think he will, and he will by 0.6 of a second. Unfortunately for him, did not improve on his position, but he's improved his lap time at least. It's a 45.8. Echo's gone quickest with a I can't see that, what is it? 144.7, so the Renault Gyro is currently on pole position. Can he stay there? Because Do Not Do It time is on his out lap. Young Lights is on his fly lap now. Let's see what he can do as you come down into turn 1. What about the cars behind him? Josh, he's gone for another lap? No, he hasn't. George is out there as well in the Red Bull. We'll wait for him. Where's his teammate? Raj. He's there. He's on his out lap, so keep an eye out for him as well. Where's the main drivers? Where are they? Do Not Do It times on his out lap as well. Echo is on his in lap. Come back to the pits because he's running out of fuel, so he can't go for another lap. Jonas go for another lap because he probably made a mistake on his last lap. I don't think he invalidated it because it did pop up on the mini map when I was spectating him, which it usually does. So as we come down to turn 14 then, picking his braking point before the 100-meter board, taking most of the curve into turn 14, into turn 15, and now here's turn 16, the final corner. As qualifying is over, Jonas has crossed the line to finish in 3rd place. Where can Jonas go? 5th place at the J Marsh crucially for him as J Marsh is on his flying lap. Raj has spun it through turn 3. Do not do with times. Ended the first sector. He's a 10th down. Do the first sector, but can gain plenty of time. Oh, that's why he was spun there. But anyways, go back on board, but do not do with time. Let's see if he's proved the time to the middle sector. As the racing point is going to cross the line to go up into 9th place ahead of George. And where can do not do time? What lap time will he set? He's a few hundreds down. Oh, he's 100 down. 1,000. Oh, 100 down to the middle sector. But can he gain more time to the final sector? He's got to gain 3 more tenths to get pole position. Echo currently looking safe up there. I think he'll be the last man to cross the line. So where can he place his car? Get a decent exit at turn 14 as we come through turn 16. Where can the Alpha put his car? Can he get anywhere near the pole position time? And no, he cannot. He didn't even prove his own best time, so he stays in 2nd place, but at least he's on the front row with Echo, who's on pole position ahead of Grenetic. Grenetic out-qualifies his teammate Josh in 6th place, Jonas in 5th ahead of Mikazuki, who's in 7th. Jim in 8th ahead of the Racing Point in 9th. And that's your qualifying done. Let's move on to the race to see whether it be dry or wet again. There it is then. Echo is on pole position ahead of Do Not Do With Time by almost 3 tenths. Genetic almost well, he's very close to Do Not Do With Time's time. Young Lights is in 4th ahead of Jonas, ahead of J Marsh. Mikazuki is 7th ahead of Jim. The 2 Greek drivers, teammates on their debut for SRL. Hello Jono, mate. George in 10th ahead of his teammate. No, that's his Toro, that's a Toro. So Rajin to 12th ahead of the 2 drivers that did not set a lap time. Hello Jono. Looks like it could be a dry race then, but a bit cloudy. So could that indicate rain towards the later in the race, or will the sunny conditions come out? Remember, everybody gets a free choice of tyres, as it was raining in qualifying, so they can go on every tyres they want. Preferably the strategy is mediums to hards. The softs will die out very quickly in this Grand Prix. The tyre degradation is rather high on the softs, so we'll find out what tyres everybody will go for. Look at that. One driver on the hard tyres, which is pole position. So he could have a difficult start, and he crucially needs to warm up his tyres, because those hard tyres take a long time to heat up. Everybody is on the medium tyres except Echo. So no soft runners in this race. One driver, which is a Red Bull, has gone off in the background. Don't know who it is. You can see he reversed on track now. And he's been disqualified, unfortunately. Do not do with time. I think he's got the inside line, so being on the medium tyres, I think if he can get a good start, better start than Echo, he can go down the inside of him. And the Toro Rosso has been disqualified as well, and the both Red Bulls have been disqualified as well. Right then, we're waiting for the lights to go off. There they are. We are away for round 5. Let's see who gets a better start. I think Do Not Do With Time definitely got a better start than the Renault, as he's got the inside line, like I said, into turn 1. The Ferrari's there as well, looking interested, and he's up into first place. It's Do Not Do With Time. And look at the Ferrari go down the inside of both of them. Can he make it? I don't think he can, but Do Not Do With Time's got the inside line, but look at that, oh my goodness. As the Ferrari and Alpha are side by side, but someone spun. That's the Mercedes who spun. I think it is anyway. As we come down into turn 6, they're still side by side. Genetic is, well, is ahead of the Alfa Romeo. So he made up 2 places at the start, but what about the Mercedes who dropped back? There's a Racing Point that's spun, and Carbrine can't hit him as well. So it is Genetic who leads ahead of Do Not Do It With Time. The Renault and Mercedes inside of each other, ahead of Mikazuki, who's watching the action further behind. J Marsh is 6th ahead of Jim Strapp. George in 8th ahead of Bradley. YouTube Nova in 10th ahead of Raj. Carbrine Con in 12th place ahead of Young Lights, and Racing Point in 14th. So Genetic is leading this race ahead of Do Not Do It With Time. Echo and Jonas had a bit of connection issues, that's why they're inside each other. Jesus. In the background you can see a Toro Rosso, Red Bull, and look at that, he's pulled out to the outside line as he got past Genetic. Genetic's dropping back, his straight line speed's not rather good. And look at that, Mercedes hit the back of Alfa Romeo, and Genetic's gone off the track with the Alfa Romeo. And Echo is now leading this race. 2 Ferraris are fighting, J Marsh versus Genetic, and Genetic stays ahead of him. But Do Not Do It With Time lost 3 places. All because of Genetic outbraking himself, and 2 drivers have dived off into the pits behind him. The championship leader is now up into 3rd place. And the Mikazuki's gone down the inside of Jonas, but Jonas has the inside line now. Which one of them will get a better corner and exit out the turn 4? I still say about yeah, they are, but they're both banging wheels. Down into turn 6 we go. Mikazuki has the inside line, and he has made the move ahead of Jonas. So 2 drivers in the pits, which was Young Lights and the Racing Point. Young Lights on the medium tyres and the Racing Points on the hards. That straight line speed from Genetic, probably because he was on the wet setup. I'm just assuming anyway, because that straight line speed was absolutely horrifying down the straight. And just again, Mikazuki looking interested on Do Not Do It With Time. The Renault all over the back of the Alpha. Now we've got the straight and the slipstream to try and overtake him down into turn 14. He's got enough overspeed on him to try and do it. And Josh can't do it on his teammate. Oh, he hit the back of him. And Mikazuki can't do it on Do Not Do It With Time behind him as well. So the hard runner is leading this race, going very long in this race, but look at that, Mercedes in the pits, and that's Jonas. And J Marsh got a better run on his teammate, going down the inside as DRS is now enabled, and he's made it into turn 1 ahead of his teammate. Do Not Do It With Time is currently safely ahead, but he's gone out wide, and that's allowing Mikazuki to try and get back at him, but he's got the inside line into turn 2. So Echo well ahead of the rest of the field on those hard tyres. Expected him to struggle, but he's not. Looks like he's okay for the moment at least. Jay Marsh overtaken his teammate, released him. The championship leaders up into second place. Do not do with times down in fourth ahead of Mikazuki. He's gone wide again, and he's gone wide again through turn 8. He's going to compromise his lines. If he keeps doing that, he's carrying less more speed through those corners. Mikazuki don't need to do that because he'll cut the corner and they'll get corner penalties for it. Car by car down to ninth place despite starting last because of his qualifying ban. And yet again, look at that. Do not do with struggling through these corners, and he's been overtaken by Mikazuki. Mikazuki, I think, will get DRS. Look at that. Yes, he has got DRS. He'll have that to defend from himself. As do not do the time is fighting back. They go side by side. It's the heavy braking zone. It's turn 14. Mikazuki has the outside line and a better run on do not do with time, and he's passed with him. And he's cut the corner as well. Jay Marsh has now set the fastest lap and on course to chase after Echo. Trying to go for his third win of the season, I think. He failed to do it last time because Jonas won the race ahead of him. It was a good battle between those two. Jonas, unfortunately, is down in 12th place. Must have had a bit of contact with some other cars ahead of him. So Echo maintains this lead ahead of Jay Marsh. 1.4 seconds of the gap. You expect Jay Marsh to catch up to him because it's on those hard tyres. As Young Lights is just at the fastest lap of the race. The Racing Point in 6th place ahead of George as well. In the background you can see the Alpha of YouTube Nova very close. There's 2 tenths behind. You can see Car going wide in the background. They've both got DRS, I think, on the Racing Point ahead of them, but YouTube Nova can he make the move down. It's turn 14. George breaks later than him, but goes deep into the corner, and YouTube Nova is through, leaving enough space for him. He's still there, but just, and he's ahead. And meanwhile, at the front, Jay Marsh has got DRS. Well, he's in DRS range of Echo in front of him. Same with Mikazuki, who's got DRS on a genetic, sorry. A bit of train going on between 6th, 7th and 8th as well. Has the Racing Point got a bit of front wing damage? Yes, he has, so he'll struggle through these corners. The lack of downforce he will have, which will not be a good thing because the amount of understeer will get through these corners. Is that why he was struggling earlier on in this race? Oh, he's going to go down the inside. I hope Giannetti knows he's there. They both bang wheels, but thankfully no contact is made. Probably a late move from the Renault, but he gave it a go at least. I don't think Giannetti was expecting it from the Renault. Anyways, look at the top 2 there. Jay Marsh caught up very quickly, as I expected, being on those medium tyres. Much better than hards at this point in the race. Both roughly near the same EOS. In the background you can see the other Renault and the other Ferrari fighting as well. Jay Marsh not close enough on this occasion, but look, his teammates under pressure from Mikazuki, and Mikazuki has made his way through up into 3rd place. Will the Ferrari try and fight back? That's a kamikaze move, and yeah, he should have stayed back. Did he get a bit of front wing damage too? Yes, no he didn't. I did see a bit of carbon fibre come off, unless, I don't know. It's a tough one, but in the background the Racing Point is still ahead of YouTube Nova despite that front wing damage, and he tried to make a move down the inside but he can't. Oh, look at the Red Bull trying to go around the outside, but YouTube Nova's hit and he's almost spun the Racing Point. The Racing Point saved it as George goes down the inside. It's turn 3. Down the inside goes Mikazuki this time. And he's gone out wide, but he couldn't do it. It's all about the long game. It's only lap 6, man. It's only lap 6. You're making moves like this could ruin your race. I like the moves, but it's only lap 6. Meanwhile at the front, J Marsh still behind Echo, and there's yellow flags, and Bradley's retired. Oh, that's a massive crash! That's a massive, massive crash. And the safety car has been deployed. Saw the car up into the air. So that'll give us a break at the moment. Now can eat. What did Bradley do? J Marsh is in the pits as well. I can see the other 3 in the pits as well. So Echo stayed out there. Echo stayed out there. The J Marsh downwards went to the pits. Now, J Marsh obviously had much fresher tyres, but he got onto the hards early on this race. You will have 2 cars to try and get a pass, which is both Red Bulls. So Echo has to use this opportunity at the restart to pull away as much as he can, because the 2 Red Bulls are in between. And that'll stop J Marsh, well, prevent J Marsh trying to overtaking him. Mikazuki's down there and fits one a brand new set of tyres. the safety car's in this lap, so we'll wait for that to come in, and Echo will have to bunch the field up. Sorry, I'm not feeling too good. When will Echo decide to release? The safety car will come into the pits now, and Echo will pull away right now. There he is, ahead of the two Red Bulls who haven't stopped yet. J-Marsh behind him will have to get past them as quick as possible. And now the two Red Bulls in a slipstream of each other. Is that Mikizuki down the inside of the Ferrari? Oh, so close. J-Marsh trying to carry more speed around the outside. Look at him, but he hasn't done it, as Mikizuki has got past him. Carbine can't probably change his front wing in the pits because they did make contact in the second or third corner. He's got YouTube over right behind him. Remember what happened between these two last time out. Hopefully it don't happen again. As look at that. Do not do with tires overtaking Young Lights. As they come through turn 7 and 8. Fascinating race, and I don't know who's going to come out on top of this race. Like I said, well, Mikizuki's already got past one of the Red Bulls. Now he's got the other one to dispose of. Echo's still out there with a 1.6 second gap, which he would have wanted, and it could be a Renault 1-2 if he tries to overtake him now. J-Marsh could catch up to him as quick as possible on these set of hards. There it is, there's the move being made. And he's up into a second, well, is he? Because the Red Bull outbreaks. And J-Marsh trying to go down the inside, it's turn 40, not quite worked out for him, but they're going side by side, both of them, well, all three of them. Gotta be careful not doing that too often, be cutting corners. Mikuzuki's up into second, J-Marsh is up into third place or second place because he's overtaken both of them on the same piece on the same straight. And Mikuzuki's dropped back 2 places. Don't know what happened there. He's gone down the inside. It's turn 2, and George will have the inside line. And Young Lights and the Racing Point are in the pits yet again. And the other Racing Point is fighting Jonas. I'm sure Carbine wouldn't mind the safety car because he had front wing damage at the start of the race. And he used that opportunity to come into the pits and change that. So what happened to Mikuzuki on that straight there? It looked like he just lifted up and let those two pass. George is up down into 4th ahead of Raj, who these two have not stopped yet, the two Red Bulls. The Ferrari Giannetti trying to get past. Will he try and do it down here into turn 9? Oh, they both made contact on almost spun, but thankfully he saved it. The Alfa Romeo slips through as well, and he drops even further down the field into 7th place. Carbine comes right behind him as well. Both gaining on Genetic as Genetic goes in the inside. Raj Bellida tried to outbrake the Alfa Romeo, which he did and has done. And they're both side by side coming to the final corner as DRS is now enabled. Both giving each other room and respect. This is allowing Carbine Khan to catch up to both of them as well. Echo's got a lead of 2.9 seconds, going to use that advantage now to try and pull away as much as he can ahead of J-Marsh and Mikuzuki. A bit of a battle between the midfield as well, well, from 6th downwards all the way down to 11th place, so it could be very interesting fight to watch. And Carbine Khan would try and go down the inside. Oh, he does, he's going to make it down into turn 6. Both made contact but escape free with no damage. And Carbine Khan is now ahead of the Red Bulls. Good move from Carbine Khan. I think the Red Bull knew he was there and coming. Now he's going wide in every single corner. Hopefully he hasn't got full weight damage from that contact. because that'd be a shame if he did. I wonder if he's got full main damage. I can't really see for this camera angle. No he hasn't, he's fine. Anyways, George has got Genetic behind him, and Genetic this, that will have DRS. I'm surprised George is still up to 4th place despite all those older tyres. So he's doing a good job, but the Alfa Romeo in the background went very wide. Look at the Mercedes, well, he went off the track to the Alfa. Could have been the spun if he carried too much speed through there, or stayed pinned on the throttle. Carbine can't try to go around the outside, it's turn 14. And he can't quite do it. And the Yellows set to just a racing point. Now, he says he's retired from the session, so I can't see what happened to him. Okay, that's quite weird. I don't know if he just drove straight into there. Carbine can't overtaken, do not do with time. People in the stream, there's 2 of you watching, so I've got to something's happened, so I've got to do something. Whoever's in the stream, please pass the message on. So don't know how long I'll be, but it's something really important, so apologies about this. people that just joined the stream, you probably think, who has no commentary. Something's just happened. So, the safety car's been deployed. Don't know what's happened on in this race, but yeah, who's just crashed? Genetics out. So, apologies about the commentary, but I've got to do something really important. I just looked at your comment, so yeah, just bear with me. I'm back. Everything's good, everything's sorted. Safety car's still out there. And car blank con is up into 4th place as well. So I don't know why the safety car. Who's that stopped on the track? Oh. Someone stopped on the track down in... where is it? Turn 5, so I don't know who that is. Echo's currently leading this race ahead of Mikazuki to Renault 1-2. As car blank con's in the pits again. Oh, this could be an opportunity for him to change tyres, and it is changing tyres. So we'll find out who it is as we catch up to the person who has stopped on the track. Don't know why he stopped there. We'll get disqualified if he doesn't move. Oh, it's the safety car. My bad. Apologies. As they're ready to collect the rest of the field. So do not dupe with time has crashed. So have not seen it. Neither genetic. So don't know how they. So the guys using this opportunity to go to the soft tyres. They could really trouble the top runners. Carbo can't obviously got that qualifying ban, so he's got plenty of tyres to use, plenty of softs. So he will go on those soft tyres, and he's got YouTube Nova ahead of him, who's also opted to go to the softs as well. As they will capture to the safety cars go really slowly, as you can see. Renault 1-2 so far. J Morris, the championship leader, is currently in 3rd place. Red Bull of George behind him. So Echo, Mikazuki, J Marsh, George, Jonas, Raj Belenda, YouTube Nova, and Carl Blancon and Co behind him are catching up. The guys that opt to go to the soft tyres. Don't know what's gone off with genetic, and do not duke with time. I saw Bradley's crash. I didn't see Jim Strauss crash. Currently a Renault 1-2, so let's see if it stays like that for the rest of the race. But Mikazuki is on the harder tyres, and Josh has got 5 lap fresher tyres than Mikazuki, so Mikazuki could struggle off. Shouldn't struggle too much. There's only like 5 laps to go, and the Racing Point's got a 5-second tap penalty for colliding with Carbine Con. Lesson learned not to do that ever again. Safety cars in this lap, and there's going to be 6 laps of racing left. So we'll just enjoy this last part of the race and see what happens from here on in. Apologies I wasn't here earlier on if you just joined the stream. So who do I think is going to have a good advantage off the start? Well, Mikazuki could possibly drop back. George's only got like 6 laps of six lap fresher tyres. Then Mikazuki's also the hards. Cardman Card, YouTube Nova, the Racing Point and Young Lights could have a fantastic opportunity off the line. Let's see if Echo could judge this perfectly. Remember, Echo and Josh on the same tyres. As they all bunch up together, let's see who. And away he goes. So that's him gone. And let's see what Mikazuki and Josh will do, because they're very close together. Echo giving his teammate the slipstream to keep away from J Marsh as much as he can. Young Lights versus Carbine Con as they come down into turn 1. Carbine Con stays ahead of him. That was crucial for Carbine Con. I think he just got hit by the racing point. Did Young Lights. Anyways, Josh versus Mikizuki for 6th place. Let's see if Josh will try and make a move. Too far back, I don't think he'll do it. And YouTube Nova's got past Raj Bellichavelli. Crucial as he outbreaks himself into turn 6. In fact, he stays ahead. I thought he went deep into the corner, but it's just quite perfect for him. So he's got past YouTube Nova. And Carbine Con looking interesting all the way at the back of him as well. In fact, it's going to go around the outside. Is he going to try? Oh, he defends the inside line, but Carbine Con does it anyway. They both made contact with each other, but it's fair enough, and he's gone down. That's a beautiful move for Carbine Con. Now he's defending from the racing point behind him. And look at that, Carbine Con making the move down into turn. Oh, he's got hit. Did he get hit by the racing point? Wow, that's his race rather ruined. Well, anyway, back onto the main straight. Mikizuki's pulled away from Josh, and Jonas is on the back of George as well. Both on the hard tyres, but 4 laps fresher is Jonas's tyres. Coming down into turn 14. Carbine Con almost hit the back of the Mercedes. Jonas getting a much better exit out of turn 14 alongside him, through the final corner and ahead of him. Good move from him around the outside. As Carbine Con using most of his ears to try and make his way through the field. He's up into 6th at the moment. And will have much better grip than these drivers ahead of him, trying to make his way around the outside, but he can't quite make it. So the racing point just pushed 2 people out of the way, which was the Haas, and Raj is retired from the session. That's him done for the remainder of this afternoon. Carbine Con's got past George as well, which I didn't see. Anyways, I thought it was a bit easier for Josh to try and make his way through Mikizuki. But he's still stuck behind him. And it was allowed Echo to pull away even further. He's got a 2.9 second gap. There he is, up into 1st place. Ahead of his teammate, then the rest of the grid coming after him. Can Carbine Con get a possible podium? Look at the racing point going down the inside. And he's done it. Lovely move from the racing point this time round. In fact, yeah, he's made it. Look at Jonas versus J Marsh. J Marsh could possibly made a mistake out of that corner through turn 13. And now he's got Jonas all over the back of him, but this is allowing Carbine Con to battle as well. Oh, he's got a bit of wind damage, you can see on the left hand side, well, right hand side of our screens, but left hand side of his end plate. The championship leader having troubles in this race, as Young Lights has been overtaken by George. They both made contact. Carbine Con's through, and he's lost even more part of his runway. Look at the 2 guys behind. And George has spun it. Carbine Con could be on for a possible podium after starting last in this race. There's 2 safety cars in this race. There's 3 laps to go as well. The racing point has got past the Ferrari. I think Carbine Con's best chance now. No, don't go! Oh, he's going to make it anyway. And in fact, it's made it stick, so Jonas saw him coming. And he's done it up into 3rd place, but if Jonas could stay behind him while he's remaining to these corners, he can get DRS on the back of him again and try and re-overtake him for that final podium position. So the 2 Renaults clear up in 1st and 2nd. Can Carbine Con try and get 2nd place off Mikizuki? It's a possible chance, but those soft tyres will be dying rather quickly because of this track. Who's gone wide? That's Young Lights out of turn 13. Young Nova. YouTube Nova's gone wide as well. Anyways, like I said, Jonas has got DRS on the back of Carbine Con. Con has more confidence on the brake, but Jonas trying to do a little bit of a switch back. Obviously, Con have more corner grip, and he can't do it, unfortunately, for Jonas, and he'll have to stay down in 4th place. So Carbine Con's now ahead of him. Carbine Con saving ERS. Jonas can have another chance of overtaking him again as we head into turn 1. Looks like Carbide Card's got this covered. And he has. The more these two battle, the more less chance of Connor trying to get Mikazuki. Right, so I think Carbide can't. I don't know if he can be on a possible chance, but the Racing Point goes down the inside. We'll try to on the Mercedes, but couldn't quite make it. The Racing Point making making good moves, but not paying off for him. I like that pink helmet as well. Yeah, Carbide Cars just took 4 tenths out of Mikazuki in this second sector. I expected the Racing Point easily making his way through Jonas because of those softer tyres. Jonas going through out wide at turn 13, I meant the Racing Point. And does he have a bit of wind damage? No, he doesn't. 1.3 seconds is the gap, and Connor's got 2 laps to try and make this move done if he wants to finish in second place. J Marsh being pushed down into 6th place because of that front wing damage he suffered. I don't know where, but he's gone deep into turn 14. Now the Racing Point looks to make a move. He can do it, it's too far back. I look at his ERS state, he can't possibly make a move down the straight like that. George is in the pits again, so I think he's going for that fastest lap if he can. But look at Carbine Car, 1.8 tenths now is this gap between the two. Now Mikazuki will be under pressure from the McLaren. The McLaren's gone deep into turn 6. Connor's got 2 laps to do this if he wants it. We're going to push hard and try and get it. Hopefully he doesn't make any mistakes while trying to do an overtake. And meanwhile, Young Lights has now got Josh in his sights, and Josh is struggling through the corners due to the lack of downforce he has. The championship leader not really had a good race, got footwind damage from someone, I don't know who it was. Carbine Con, oh yeah, he's got DRS, I was about to say. He's within that DRS range of him. Right, he's very close to him, but what about Young Lights? There he is, Young Lights is about to overtake Josh. And has he got it covered? Josh will struggle through this corner because of the lack of downforce he has. Beautiful switch back from the Haas driver, and they're still side by side, but want to keep an eye out for second and third. Not quite close enough as Josh has stayed ahead, but Young Lights are going off the track there. And still stuck behind Josh. Oh, look at that Carbine Car versus J Marsh. I mean Carbine Car versus Mikazuki. Down the inside, turn 6, let's hope he knows he's there. Yes, he does know he's there. Carbine Car tried his tricks yet again, but it's not quite worked. Makes me worried every time he does that overtake down into turn 6. I don't know if the drivers think he's there or not. But looks like Echo will come across the line soon enough to win this race because he's clear in front. 8-second gap over his teammate. His teammate's currently under pressure from Carbine Con. This is Carbine Con's last chance to try and make an overtake on the Renault ahead of him. Now he's going to get a decent exit coming out of turn 13. Probably the inside way there. That's not the best way to do it. But look at that. He's losing ERS. He's losing ERS is the Renault driver. Too far back to make any move. It would be stupid enough if he did that. No, he can't make it. Unless he can get a much better run out of here. It's turn 14. And Echo's come across the line to finish in first place. And Mikazuki will come across the line to finish in second ahead of Carbine Con. Con finishes in second place. Jonas in fourth ahead of Mikazuki, who finishes in fourth. The Racing Point finishes in fifth ahead of J Marsh. The championship did not have a good race. Down into sixth place. He beats Young Lights across the line to finish in 5th place. Racing Point had loads of penalties. George will come across the line soon. There he is, coming to turn 14. And George will finish in 9th place. That's the end of the Chinese GP. That's your race winner. Echo said he will get a podium on his debut. Well, not only he's got that, but he's got the win, which we'll be very happy about. Jonathan Cox supported him in this race. Brad Card finished, started in last place. Jonas should have been in 3rd. Echo finishes in 1st, ahead of Brad Card. Jonas in 3rd, and someone said they shouldn't finish in 3rd, but I don't know why. Mikazuki will finish in 4th due to his penalties. J Marsh in 5th ahead of Young Lights. The Racing Point in 7th ahead of Nova. George in 9th, and there's your DNS downwards 10th, all the way down to 14th. Ooh. I think the Baku race is next, so we'll see you there next time at 2 o'clock.